What's up guys? Just a little vague walkthrough and some few tips here and there for the upcoming event Setsubun, which will be coming within the next week. I know there are going to be more video guides made for me, but hopefully this video won't take over 10 minutes. There's also a JP event coming up pretty soon that is almost the same as Setsubun, which is called the Amazoness CEO event that showcases Pent, which is a 4-star berserker that also gets a costume. But I'm not sure on how JP will plan out the rate up banner for that. Anyway, for Setsubun, there is no event servants used, no event shop, no farming involved, but I'll probably get into that later because it'll be a bit of a grind. However, there is a summon banner containing Raiko, Shuten, and Kintoki, which also contains 4 stars like Ibaraki and Tomoe, especially for rate up as well. So based on the rate up schedule, if you go to the summon info, you can choose who you can roll for. Here are the total clear rewards if you manage to 100% the whole event. I'm not sure if it's accurate, but it is shown within the NA section for the event. There's also floor rewards for every 5 floors done, so if you wanted to get gold boos and the lords excluding the CQ, you'd have to grind for it. The event CE used is called Dress for Demons, which gives crit damage, crit star gen, and starting charge with the event damage bonus. MLB would be 50% on both, and the 50% starting charge, that also 200% damage bonus. You won't get the first event CE until the 30th floor. Here is the challenge quest shown here. It's pretty straightforward. You'd be fighting Tomoe within a few break bars. So considering the event requires Solomon clear, you'd also guarantee to do the CQ. But in most cases, you have to get the CQ by completing the 150th floor. So hopefully you got some decent Lancer class units to use. So yeah, when doing the floor nodes, you can't bring a friend support for this except for the CQ during the in-game event. So if you tend to slack a few days in, you'd be about a few to several floors behind. So I'll give you a little example in a party setup. So when completing each floor with the servants used, it'll get into a cooldown called fatigue/exhaustion that will last for 4 hours. I don't know why this would say a little support thing. So let's pretend this is a 6 support there, and then not 6 support, but just a 6 slot, because if you go through the floor node, you can't bring in a support. So we'll pretend it's excluded from there. So let's say if I bring this team to this floor node, and if I complete the floor node, all of them used will enter in a fatigue/exhaustion that will last for 4 hours. But if I lose in a certain floor node, it will not count as getting fatigue. And each floor and attempt costs 1 AP. There is a hot tub mechanic in the event that can reduce it down to 2 hours, but limits to 5 slots. So let's say if you want to use Arash or Mash or a 5-star that will use the most, for example, you can put them in the 2-hour cooldown routine. So in usual difficult floors, most would bring like 6 servants as an example, but for easiest nodes, it is advisable to limit down to 3 when it comes to the most simple nodes. So let's say if I want to, let's clear all. If I want to do the most simple node, let's say there's a Saber node example. Most would clear, let's say bring like Arash, like always. And usually some couple 3-star archers that you probably won't use. Because when it comes to a Saber node that's extremely simple, you can clear it in under 5 to 10 seconds with a rush. So let's try this one.
So in most cases, you can do a Raj with 50% or 75% for simple. So you can either use this or K-Scope. Either one is fine. So let's see here. Let's go through the roster before we end it from here. So I don't have a decent enough roster, unlike most people. But let's say if you have like an underleveled unit. I don't have anyone underleveled. Everyone was like fully leveled. So let's say if you have like a level 1 unit that you didn't bother leveling, like Leonidas or George or any 3-star, you bring him. Like let's say like for underlevel, you gotta throw in the craft essence. You could do the CE, let's say, like this CE right here. So if you're participating event, you manage to get this MLB, you throw it on a 20% a CE that gives 20% charge when a level 1 servant is defeated. Or if you don't participate in the event, you bring this CD, unless you burn it, of course. It is a 50% charge or battery if it's defeated. So in most cases, if you do have taunt CEs like this, for example, if Poster Girl, you can throw it on there too. It sort of works like that. So let's think of a servant that it'll be used the most. Obviously a Raj, it'll be put in the Hot Tub mechanic. Any caster servant like Waver, Tomo, Marlin probably would be used the most. Funny enough, because the casters usually don't get a break, but they can within the Setsubun event. Let's say if you already pulled her and you already leveled her, I know she's overrated. I am easily biased when it comes to stuff like that. I grailed her while grailing up with Bryn, which I use more often. So of course, it's that. For every 10th floor would be a boss node. So if you see a boss from every 10th floor, you can bring the 5-star that you'd be using the most. I couldn't think of anyone like besides the one I use the most, like Sanzang or Mordred and all such. Or you could use a 4-star, especially with welfares. They're pretty useful too. But when it comes to easy nodes, I could usually bring like 3 stars or below. But yeah, that'll be it. So if you enjoyed this, subscribe for more, and I'll see you then.